Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. It is, well, it's good to be here. Always happy to be joining y'all and, well, having a conversation. Hopefully, having a conversation. And I wanted to get on here tonight because I had some interesting conversations with clients today, and it has me, well, I got a reminder, and I know when I get a reminder, it's something that, well, that I've experienced before and kind of forgot, or lost awareness or connection of. And so I like to share some of the things, especially when I'm hearing the message consistently throughout the day. And today I did. It was multiple clients. And that was the power of the words that we choose, that they can pack a punch. And sometimes that punch is not what we're really intending. The meaning or the energy that we want to be experiencing or that we want to put out into the world is not the energy that we're actually putting out in the world because of the words that we have chosen. Things like money is the root of all evil. I used to say that all the time. And when I started working for myself, wondering why, there seemed to be this struggle between me making money and the amount that I was working and having it be consistent. Well, if I'm telling myself money is the root of all evil and I don't consider myself evil and I don't want to be evil, well, can you see where the energy I'm putting out is not what I really want to be creating or living or attracting to me? Other things that I used to say, to kill two birds with one stone. I don't want to kill any birds. I certainly don't want to kill two with one stone, or with anything for that matter. Another one that I used to say, and some of these things, I mean, I'm embarrassed to share. I feel guilty about or shameful about, and this one certainly does that, and that's I slaved. Somebody might say, "Oh, thank you so much for that delicious meal," and I'll be like, "Oh, I slaved." I mean, really? Obviously, I didn't. And the use of that phrase is offensive. And fortunately, somebody that I know, love, and trusted was able to say, yeah, Jen, do you realize what you're doing here? Which I'm very appreciative of. And that was one of the things that happened in one of my first client calls this morning. I was sharing an impression to something that they shared with me. And for whatever reason, I then said, well, that's just my 2 cents. And fortunately, this person felt really comfortable to say, your 2 cents, the information that you share is more valuable than that. And I realized I was demeaning what I was saying, that I was not showing up as the confident, empowered person that I can be. And so their response was, not your 2 cents, your $1 million, which again, I'm grateful for. Trying to think of some of the other things that I've said, and not really thought about it. Oh, well, of course, some of our negative self-talk. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. Who do I think I am? That I have something of value to share. We all have value to share because we're all valuable. But there's so many words that we use on a regular basis out loud, in writing, or in the thoughts in our head. And, sometimes when I'm working with clients, and of course, as a reminder to myself, say what's going on in here, say those spinning thoughts out loud, because we may recognize some of these patterns that we wouldn't be aware of otherwise, because those thoughts in our head that seem to kind of spiral and spin, and sometimes they're just on repeat because they're so prevalent and they can occur so frequently. We're not even aware of, again, the energy that we're putting into ourselves and the energy that we're putting out there. So what I'd like to know from you is what are the thoughts that you might be having, or the phrases or sentences, words that you use that either when you discovered it, you were like, ugh, or now in hearing a few of the ones that I've shared, have you stopping and thinking. Now, another area that this becomes really important is when we're talking about racism, when we're talking about discrimination, certainly even when we're talking about politics, and we start, like some of the ones that that I found myself questioning. There was a comedian, and I don't even remember his name, Get Her Done. Like that, I always felt a bit uncomfortable with, because get her done. Now I know it wasn't specifically and clearly get her done, but what did it really mean? That one was one I've always questioned. And these things that we see in movies. And my wife Kelly and I saw this when, some months back when we were looking for something to watch, a movie to watch. We decided that we were going to revisit old 80s movies that we used to love in the 80s. Those movies that were like, oh yeah, we got to watch this again. And we'd sit down and watch them and then be shocked at some of the things that we'd see. Like one that pops into my mind is Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock. And being told that when boys push you down and are mean to you, it's because they like you. Or I'm trying to think of the name of the movie. It has Jennifer Aniston. I want to say it's Ben Affleck. Maybe Love Actually. Anyway, there's these movies, and there were all these examples of, well, when the boy does this or the man does this, it really means something else. Or, certainly perpetuating rape culture, did she really say no? Or, okay, she said no with her words, but look at the way she was dressed. So again, what words are you using? What phrases are you using? And one of the things that I've noticed is as we become aware of some of the more offensive ones, like I slaved, then some of the phrases and words that become part of every day, we may have been raised with certain phrases, cliches, things like that, are just offensive, uninformed, ignorant, among other things. And it's important that we start to notice even the more subtle ways, because they do get more subtle. They're less in your face. So I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this? And what phrases, words did you used to use? Or in hearing some of the ones I shared, go, oh yeah, you need to stop and look at this. I'd like to know. Post in the comments. And of course, if you want some support in identifying what other thoughts and words that you're using to tell yourself that are creating energy that you don't want to be living with on a daily basis. Often, one of the things that occurs when working with my clients is realizing that, yes, I might be taking action to do this, or I might be taking action to heal past traumas. Why am I not seeing change? Or why does it seem like despite everything I'm doing here, I'm still running into obstacles here? And often it's because the messages and the words become more subtle, Or in some cases, there's like we're making clear conscious choices here, but we're not even aware of this here, and they're in direct conflict. So the beliefs and thoughts that we're having, and sometimes those that are spinning in our head, are creating this push-pull and this struggle within us. And if that is something that you're experiencing, I can help you with that. Check out the links in the description and reach out. I'd love to hear from you. All right, everyone, I'm sending you lots of love. And of course, everything fucking fantastic until we connect again. Love y'all.